right, so I'm a little late doing this, but I have a client who's a man in his 60s, and he has type 2 diabetes. Sorry, I have my script in front of me. His main goal is to go hiking with his son in 6 months. So the client is different from 30-year-old because his age and his medication, his medical condition, all that kind of stuff. He has type 2 diabetes, so I think he needs to think about his blood glucose control, fatigue, and safety when doing exercises, because any kind of level of exercise could affect him. So he's got to be knowledgeable. It could affect his blood sugar levels is what I'm saying, because he's in his 60s and he may have heart problems, muscle problems, and just trouble with his balance and joints because he's older. His goal is not to be able to be fit. It is to hike with his son. So hiking requires a minimum of endurance, legs to be strong enough, and to be able to handle tough terrain and unbalanced terrain. So his exercise program needs to be designed for hiking, not just general workout, since that's what he wants. I wanted to know more about this, so I asked myself, for adults with type 2 diabetes, how does a structured exercise program compare to a non-exercise program when it comes to blood glucose control and physical function? I used to search up terms like type 2 diabetes, older adult exercise, exercise blood sugar control, and exercise training diabetes endurance. One article I found said people with type 2 diabetes should exercise regularly. This shows that exercise is very important for managing diabetes and improving function. For this client's program, I think the important part is obviously the cardiorespiratory training, because hiking is mainly about endurance and he's a bit older. And let's see where I'm at. I asked myself another question. For adults with type 2 diabetes, how does aerobic exercise compare to no aerobic exercise when it comes to endurance and blood glucose control? I use search terms like type 2 diabetes exercise 150 minutes, walking exercise diabetes older adults, and aerobic training blood sugar control. And one article that I found said that people with type 2 diabetes should do at least 150 minutes of moderate to vigorous aerobic exercise per week. So I would focus on how he exercises. I would start him with 15 to 20 minutes of daily walking, slowly increase it to 30 and 45 minutes eventually per session, to about 3 to 5 days a week. And as he gets better, I would make his workouts more like hiking by adding incline or light hiking conditions so his body can get used to what he eventually wants to get to. And overall, the program would be designed to help him reach the goal to manage his diabetes, improve his fitness, and make sure he's safe while he's progressing.